Good morning, Divas. It's Kelley with Diamond Dotting Divas, and today is What's Up Wednesday. It is a gloomy, rainy day here in Arizona, which never happens. So, but it's still 60 degrees, so I'm not really complaining. But it's just like, where's my blue sky? I have one of my friends has lived here a long time. And she said if there's like 3 cloudy days in a row, she's suicidal. And I'm starting to get what she means. So today I'm going to show you how to make my little fabric egg. Here's this one. And then here's another one that I did. And then here's a third one. I'm going to show you this from start to finish. So that you can, if you want to do it along with me. I know Maria said she was going to do it along with me. I'm going to take you down to my table, and I took the white piece of paper away because I think it'll be a little bit easier for you to see on the dark background because the egg is white. So what you would need is this is a 3-inch styrofoam egg. Now, I did make a smaller egg. It was about 2.25 inches, and it was like really tiny, and I wasn't really happy with it. So I did get the 3-inch eggs, and then you need some 3/4 inch straight pins. These, again, I got the eggs and the pins off of Amazon. So this one has 350 pins in it, and that made the 3 eggs I just showed you, and then the little bitty one. So the pins go pretty far. And then you need about 40 or 50 2-inch squares of fabric. Now, what I did with my fabric is I took it, you fold it this way, and then you fold it this way. And I ironed mine because I'm anal. And it's just easier. Instead of trying to fold it and hold it in place when you are putting it on your egg, I just felt like it was easier to do it this way. Hi, Melody. Hi, Christy. So I'm going to take you down to my workspace. I have everything in my Longaberger plastic protector that has pockets. I like things organized. So let me take you down here, and and away we'll go. Is that too far? I think that should be good. So you got your 3-inch egg. I'm going to put my little piles out here. I have 3 colors of fabric. You can use 1 color. You can use 4 colors. You can use 2 colors. You can use whatever colors you want. I got these 3, and this is stuff I already had because a long time ago, Stampin' Up! Has a scallop square die, and you could cut the material out and make these really cool tote bags. And so that's what I made with all this fabric, and I'm like, I think I got some cute fabric I could use. So that's where I got this fabric. I don't know why I have so much fabric, but I'm going to show you these again. So this is the blue one, and then you end it with a button, and I put the ribbon on the bottom and on the top because I wanted it to look like a pineapple, but that's totally up to you. And I did use a bigger button on the bottom because I wanted it to be able to sit and stand up. And so here's this one. And then here's the one I tried to make look like a pineapple. So how all the squares are. So let me show you the squares again. I'm hoping you can see this okay. So I got these about 2.5 inches. You don't need to be precise, but it's a 2-inch square. You fold on the diagonal one way, and then you fold it on the diagonal the other way. And then when you're putting them on the egg, you want this little fold to go all the same way. So that you want to put them all on with the folds going the same direction. So I'm going to start, and then I have the button, and then you start with one square that's not folded. And I'll show you how to do that. And then again, because I'm anal Annie, for the bottom, I ironed this in. It's just another square, but it's easier again for me to iron it than to try to hold these little edges in and pin them down. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. So I have my three different fabrics. That's a flower. So I have the flower one, the stripe one, and the polka dotty. And like I said, Hobby Lobby has a lot of this material that totally coordinates. So that was kind of nice. All right, are we ready? Let's start. I cannot see your questions or your comments, so I will, when I'm done, I will go back and look at them. So to start with, I got my pins and I got my fabric. You take your one square and you're just going to lay it on the top, and you kind of hold your finger where you think is the middle. And then you take a pin and you put it down in the corner. And then you want to go to the opposite side and pin down that one. All this is pins. It's no sewing. Well, ironing, but, and then this side. Now, I didn't have any trouble getting the pins in, but sometimes if you want, you know, because my fingers are tough, if you want, some people use a thimble, because at some point you might be going through more than one layer of fabric, and so it might be hard to push that pin in. So if you want to get a thimble, you can. Then you put a pin in the top, but you leave it sticking out. This is just going to be a guideline. This is not going to be part of your egg. And then I'm going to start with this flower one, because I think I have the most of that. So then all you do is you're going to take one of your squares. Don't worry about all this like uneven and thready stuff, because it won't show. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay this on your egg with the point not quite touching that center pin, but just almost to it, and kind of line it up. That's it. Then you're going to take a pin and you're going to pin down this corner. Push it all the way in and get another pin and push down this corner. I'm going to cut that thread because that's going to bother me. Okay, so you don't do anything with the tip. It's always these. And notice that this is my fold, so I want all my folds going the same way. Then you take another one of those, that color. Okay, all these things, these strings, they're going to drive me crazy. Do they care? No, they do not. You're going to go opposite. As you saw, I made a few of these. I found it's better to go opposite than try to go all the way around, because they don't line up right. So then you're going to go opposite this one, and you're going to do the same thing. Lay that corner down till right before the pin, the little guide pin, and you're going to put in 2 pins. Now, as you can see, this, I didn't cut this very well, but it's not going to show, so I'm not going to worry. So as you can see, it's not at the bottom of the fabric, but the next round's going to cover that, so I'm not too worried. Then you're going to just keep going. So I'm going to pick up, the stripes are trying to intermingle with the flowers. And so I have both of my folds going the same way. So then I'm going to take another one, and there's my fold, and I'm going to do the same thing on this end, almost up to the guide pin, and pin that down. And see, this is where you're going through a couple layers of fabric, but I'm tough. I can do it. And I mean, you're only going into styrofoam. It's not like you're going into a chunk of cement. And then I'm going to turn this. Oh, is all my folds going? Yes. Then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to do the 4th one. Again, almost to the guide pin, but not quite. Oh, good. Another loose thread. People don't care that it drives me crazy. And I'm going to get another pin, and I'm going to pin that down. So it doesn't matter if your edges are raggedy, because it's only, if you look on one of these, let's show you on this one, most of that square gets covered. So it doesn't matter if your bottom edges are going to be kind of raggedy like that, because it's going to get covered. Okay, so that's layer 1. Then I think I'm going to do 3 layers of this one, and then I'm going to do the stripey, and then I'm going to do that one. And so, but again, you can do whatever you want. If you want to do like 2 different colors, or you can do 3 different colors, or all one color. It doesn't matter. I just really like this fabric. I think it's super cute. And so that's what I picked. So once you get this first row on, you don't need this guide pin anymore, so you can just take it out. Then what you're going to do is you want to turn to go into one of the little valleys of one of these triangles that's already on. So I'm going to pick up another triangle, you go not quite half, you go a teeny bit more than halfway up. So see how far up I'm going? Because you want to make sure you're hiding that jaggedy edge, but you don't want to like take over. And you don't want to go too low because then you will start showing, it won't get the nice layered look. So let me pin this down. These pins are hard to pick up on this wood table. So here we're gonna, and then this is all you're gonna do all the way down. And then you're gonna, get in there, pin. And then, so I did this one, so then I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go opposite, and I'm gonna pick up another triangle. The nice thing too about this is if you look and all your folds aren't going the same way, you could just unpin it. So mistakes are easily remedied. So this is the one I did. So now I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go right here. You go maybe halfway up, maybe a teeny bit more. You can judge it. There's no right or wrong. You'll know. And the nice thing too about the pins, it's not glued. So if you feel like you went too low, you can just unpin it and move it. So there's those two. And then I'm going to go here and go. You're always going to go in the little valley of the row above you. So then I'm going to put this one in. And like I said, I feel it was easier to just go opposite. Because when I try to just go, oh, I can figure this out and just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it didn't come out right. And I lost my place. So now I'm going to go here. Did I get that fold right? Oh, yes. So see, you always want to make sure that fold is there. And I'm going to go right about here. And I'm going to pin this. And as you can see, I'm not pinning down to the very corner because again, my squares here, they're not exact. And so if I went to the corner, I would be missing some of the layers of fabric and you'll start to see it's not going to show anyway. Okay, so there's those 4. I'm going to do one more row of this fabric. So it's 4 squares for like a round. And then so this is a 3-inch egg. These are 2-inch squares. So when I made the smaller one, it's like 2 1/4 inches egg. I thought, well, I don't want to use a 2-inch square. So I knocked it down like 1 inch, but I still felt like it was too big. So I'm not really thrilled with that one. I'll give that one away. All right. So now you can start again. You can start wherever you want, but you want to go in the valley of your last row. So see, these are all the valleys. So I'm going to start here and just put this one in. I think I counted on the orange and yellow egg because that was the easiest to figure out the fabric. I think I used like 40 some squares. I always make extra though because I don't want to stop and iron. So since I went here, I'm going to go to the opposite. So I'm going to turn it. Make sure my fold's going the right way and go here. I think these are really fun and they're really easy. And the reason I first saw this is my neighbor, she had somebody at her church give her this. And it was like, well, that's really cool. And then I thought, oh, I don't want to sew all that. And then she's like, no, it's just pins. And I thought, wait, what? Okay, so here and here I went. So now I'm going to go here. I'm just going to turn it 1/4 of a turn. So I thought, okay, well, I can figure this out. If it's no sewing and it's no glue or anything. But you can make, see, now that one I went a little too far down and I kind of only got the snag of material. All right, so then here's my last one, opposite. I always check my folds too. I've had to, unfold or unpin, I should say, to get some of these going the right way. They have a mind of their own. And you just want to push your pin in all the way. You don't want anything sticking out, which again, it's just styrofoam. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, so how are we looking so far? There's our 3 rounds. I have extra of that fabric. I'm going to move it out of the way. And then if I need it at the bottom, I'll use it. So here's all we're going so far. And as you see, you can't see, well, of course those, but I mean, these other previous rows, you don't see any pins. So it looks pretty cool. So I'm going to do this stripey now. Now, just because I'm switching fabric, it's still the same technique. So I'm still going to go in the valleys of the 4 ones I just put on. So I'm going to take this one, make sure my fold's going the right way. I'm going to lay that down. Oops. Yeah, here's a tip too that I learned the hard way on one of these eggs. I wasn't paying attention and I picked up the pin and I went to push it in and it was the sharp end and that hurt. So I'm here, so I'm going to go over here to this one so it's exact opposite. Yeah, I was like, ow! And then, of course, it went right into my finger. One time when I was beading, I bead with a needle and thread. And I went to push I was trying to get through this bead that was really too small for the needle. And I pushed really hard and the needle went underneath my thumbnail, like right in there. Oh, daddy, did that hurt. Okay, so here and here. So I'm going to turn 1/4 of a turn and fill in that valley. And again, I go about halfway up. Again, it's kind of an eyeball thing. There's no right or wrong. You'll know that when you go to do the next level, if you gotta go here. If you can see your pins, you know that you went in the wrong spot or you went too high or too low. So then I'm going to look here. This is exact opposite. This is another reason why, too, I like to use different material. Because one of these I used almost all the same material, and I couldn't figure out where I was. And I did, if you just go in a round instead of opposite, I was putting in like 6 in a row, and it should be 4. So that's why I like to use the different material so that I can figure out where I'm at in the round. Okay, so I got that 4 squares of the stripey. So then I'm going to start, and it doesn't matter where you start once you get the 4 on. So I'm going to do another row of the stripey. So I'm going to go right in here. Yeah, I know I'm not the sharpest tack in the box or the pin in the case, but I think that to me, if I used all the same material, I would never know where I was. Okay, so I went here, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to spin this around, make sure my fold's going the right way. Too many threads. Okay, so I'm going to go here. So yeah, be careful when you're pushing these in because, and see, they're short too. They're only 3/4 of an inch long. So they're short little pins. Not that they would go through, but still. Okay, so I went here, here, and now I got to go here. So pretty much you're just going to find the like 2 little pins there, and you're going to go in between them, or that's what you're going to cover. But, you know, again, I like to do it this way because I know I did it another way and I didn't come out right. And I'm not spending all this time making it to have it not come out right. So see, again, so I just did that one, so I'm going to go here. Because, see, you might get confused about where to go, but I'm going to go here. Put that one on. Yeah, I couldn't believe this morning when I got up and it was raining. Where do I live? Okay, get in there. Okay, this one does not want to go in. I must be hitting another pin. And then I'm going to go over here. Okay, is that 4? 1. Nope, I missed one, didn't I? There's 1, 2, 3. Nope, I did it. All right, I'm going to do 1 more round because I have 4 more squares of the stripey. And then I'm going to go to the polka dotty, and then we should be pretty much down here. And if not, I have some of this other material left over. So let me do 1 more round of the stripey. So again, it doesn't matter where you start, but you want to start in one spot and go opposite. I was also terrified I would knock these pins over. because that would be 350 little tiny pins that I would for sure be stepping on one someday. All right, so I went there, so I'm going to go to the opposite side, which is over here, and put that one in. Did I get my folds right? Yes. So I'm going to go here. Oh, I got 2 pins. So while I'm doing this, I hope this isn't too tedious, but I did want to do this from start to finish so you could see how to make the whole thing. Okay, and then I need to go here. That's another thing too. I like to set the squares out in piles of 4 because then I know that I've done that round. Because each round is four little triangles. So then I know that I haven't missed any. So I have one more round, or I have one more triangle of this stripey to go. Then I know. I guess I lose my place easily. I guess I'm not sure, but okay. And then that one's going to go right here. So while I'm doing this, I should tell you that all the orders from Monday night have either gone or are going today. I'm waiting on a couple people to make payments. And then everything will be gone. Okay, so here we go. So isn't it looking so cute? It's cute. And of course it's lighter than air. So then I'm going to bring in this polka dotty one. Get that thread. And again, it doesn't matter where you start as long as you start in a valley. So here's 2 pins, here's 2 pins, here's 2 pins, here's 2 pins. So you need to start somewhere there's 2 pins. So I'm just going to start there. So I'm going to take my little triangle. But I mean, can you imagine trying to hold this egg, trying to fold this into a triangle, and then trying to figure out where you're going? Yeah, that was too much for me to manage. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to take the time and iron them so they're already triangled. And then it goes a lot faster. I like to do prep, get all the prep done. Let's see, I'm going to set these out in rows of 4. I like to get my prep done so that when I do the actual project, I can clip along. But again, that's just me. Okay, so then I'm going to go here. And I guess you could make the gaps bigger between the triangles, but to me it wouldn't look as full. And then okay, I gotta go here. It wouldn't look as full, and it wouldn't get like the fun layer effect. But I guess if you had a smaller amount of fabric, I mean, you could really move that down just to hide the pin, but then it won't look all full, and you want it to look all full. So yeah, orders have gone. If you have not heard from myself or Dawn, please shoot us an email and let us know. We did have a couple people that were new, but I got a hold of Rachel, and then I think the other one Dawn got a hold of, so all good on that front. Okay, so there's that layer. Then I'm going to take 4 more. And I'm going to do another layer. Look, you guys, how cute is it? Isn't it cute? Okay, I got to have a drink. All right, continuing on. I'm going to do the next layer. So I'm going to start here, because see, 2 pins, 2 pins, 2 pins, 2 pins. So that's where you want to start, is where there's the 2 pins. Take up another square. I'm going to go right here. Put that pin in. Oh, I dropped a pin. Where did it go? Okay, I'm going to go opposite over here. All the items from Monday night are on the website with the updated quantities. And the earrings have been updated as well. So anyone who, if they wanted other earrings, the counts are correct on the website. And all the auction stuff has gone as well, except for one gal that I just emailed today. She was new, and I had to get her info so she could pay. Okay, and then I should have a spot right there. So the more you do these, the more you'll, well, and again, I'm sure you're all smarter than me. The more you'll realize, okay, where's my next spot? You know what I mean? You'll be able to tell, although I couldn't. I put, ooh, that one's upside down. Almost jammed my thumb in there. I like these little pins, but man, they're kind of hard to get a hold of. All right, so that's my next round. So look how cute now my neighbor called this a pineapple. It could be a pine cone. It could be an ornament. I put the ribbons and that on mine so it would hang, but you don't need to make it an ornament. You could make it anything. All right, so let's do the last round of the polka dotty. And it looks like I will have to do another round of the other ones because I don't know that I'll have enough of this covered. So I'm going to do one more round of the polka dots. And again, 2 pins, 2 pins, 2 pins, 2 pins. So that's where I'm going to start. Making sure your folds all go the same way. I don't know, I just thought this was kind of neat. I always like little crafts. And lately I've been wanting to do like a little sewing project. So I just thought this was kind of a cool thing. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Of course, perhaps I live a sheltered life, but my neighbor who got it whose one I figured out how to do it, the gal that made it for her, oh, see, now this one is a little bit too low. See, that pin is showing? So I'm going to pull this out and move this up a little bit. I guess the lady was in Hawaii, and she first saw this, and they were like $35 a piece. And she thought to herself, which I would have too, well, I can figure out how to make that. And so she did. And so then from her, I figured it out. So even though my 2 pins are crooked, that's my next spot. And then my last spot will be right there. So let me get that one in. Yeah, $35, really? For a dollar styrofoam egg, some pins, and some material you already had? Okay, so here's my next one. I'm going to put that in. Again, your goal is to line these up and to hide the pins. So if you want to go a little bit lower, you can. You just need to make sure that it's going to cover your pins. And if you... See, like here, I got a lot of material here that I can't really go through because I didn't do it right. So if you're better than I am about making your squares more perfect, you will not have this kind of gap right here. But you know what? I put it on the thing and I cut it because, yeah, I don't care. It is what it is. So let me get 4 more of this last one, and we'll do this last bit. And then I'm going to put the bottom on, and I'll show you how to do the ribbons. But I think this is really cute, isn't it? It's lovely. Okay, let's do the last one, and then I'll show you the rest. So here, and now here, see if you pull this back, you see that pin. But when I put this one on there, that's going to hold that down. So I'm not going to worry about it. So like I said, this is a 3-inch egg, and these are 2-inch squares. So I would imagine I guess you need to go like 1 inch less. I don't know that there's like a formula, but so I guess if you wanted to go bigger, like if you wanted to do a 4-inch egg, then I would guess you would need like 3-inch squares. Like I said before, the 2 1/4 or 2.5 inch egg, I did just use the same size squares just because I didn't want to cut more. I was lazy, but it's too jammed with material, so I didn't really like that. Okay, so then I have 1 more to go, and then I'm going to do the bottom. I hope I have enough there to cover that. Can't pick up the pin today. Okay, and I should have 1 more right there. Okay, so then what I was saying earlier is that I took my squares, and I folded it down, and then it's gonna go here. Now, I shouldn't have any white showing, but I do. But I'm not gonna worry about it too much because I don't have enough squares to go again. Although it probably won't look right. Maybe I'll try to tack 2 more on there. I've got 2 extra. So that's why I say it's, you know, make extra squares so that you don't have to like, oh crap, I have to stop and fold up some more squares. So I have 2 left. So if I put the bottom on like so, I'm just going to put another square here or triangle here, and then I'll just finagle that so it doesn't show. But I really probably should put 4 more on, but I don't have 4 more, and I want to show you what it is finished. Of course, it will just be pinned, so I can probably take it out and do it. I'm going to give this one to somebody. I'm going to spin the wheel and see who gets one of these. So for this one, I'm just going to go opposite because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, let's see. Yeah, see, it still kind of shows. So I'll show you how to finish it, and then I'll just go make 2 more squares and cover that up. So it's probably 12 to 16 squares or I keep saying squares, but they are triangles, probably per layer. And I think I just did like 12, 12, and 12, or maybe 16, 12, and 12. But, I mean, it still looks really cute. So, okay, so pretend I put 2 triangles here. Let me get all these threads out of the way. Then all you're going to do is you're going to take this little square. Now, if I hadn't, I like to fold it in so it's a nice finished edge. And you're just going to lay it on here. And you're just going to pin that down. Pin it down at each corner. And again, I go opposite because I got to make sure all those the part I ironed in is down there good. And that's just the way to like finish off the bottom because you can't keep layering the little triangles because it won't come out right. It'll be too thick. So I will go back and let's pretend we don't see that white. And then I'm going to go over here. So if I had 1 more square there or 2 more triangles there, it would be perfect. And I'll just, since again, it's a pin, I'll just pull those out. Let me get all these threads. All right, so that's how your pine cone pineapple ornament's going to be. So then what you do is I cut 5 ribbons. They can be any length you want because you can certainly trim them off. Is that 5? No, I did 4 on the bottom, which is here, and I did 5 on the top because I wanted this to look like the pineapple, you know, the part of top of the pineapple and the bottom. So then all you do is I just laid these across here. First I made an X. Can you see? Am I still in the thing? There. And I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go here. And then you just put a pin in that. Right down the middle. And that will hold those in. Now, if you feel like they're too long, you can just take your scissors and trim them down. Or if you didn't get like I feel like that one's too long or whatever. So you can just trim those down once you get them pinned in. And then what I did not bring the glue gun over here because I'll just burn my fingers. I just took a little bit of hot glue and I just glued the button to it. And I used a bigger button because I want it to stand. So it will stand up. I feel like if this didn't have that, it wouldn't stand up. So I put, now if you want it to be an ornament on the tree, you can be done. You don't have to put the button on there, but I wanted them to stand up, even though I put that hanger on there. Plus I think it finishes off the bottom a little bit. So I used a bigger button. Of course I had all my Stampin' Up! Buttons in my stash. So then I would just hot glue a button to the bottom and then be done. But of course I have to get those 2 squares. So then on the top, stand up. On the top, I took slightly longer ribbons and I thought I did 5, but Oh, that's the hanger. So I did 5 and then I did the hanger piece. So here's the button that I would hot glue on the bottom. And you can use any button. I just found these silver ones and so I thought, okay, they're nice and big. But I mean, if you have a button to match your fabric, of course you could use that too. So you would hot glue that on. And then for the top, you're gonna do the same thing you did for the bottom. You're just gonna lay these in here. And again, they can be as long or as short as you want. Or if you don't want to do the ribbon, you don't have to. It's totally up to you. I'm not sure why I did 5. I'm just going to do 4 again. Maybe I want it to look more like the top of the pineapple. I don't know, but I'm just going to do 4. And then you're just going to, again, put your pin all the way in to hold those down. And again, now these are too long, so I would just take my scissors and trim them. But at least you've got them in, you've got them all going the same way. And then to do your hanger, stand up. To do your hanger, you're just going to take it like so and just kind of overlap it on the bottom. And you're going to put that right on top of that other pin. And you're going to take another pin and pin, ouch! I knew I would do that at some point. And pin this top down. Also, that second pin kind of secures the leaves. And then, do-do-do-do. Isn't that cute? And then so that second pin kind of secures the leaves or whatever you want on the top to kind of keep that in. Now, if you wanted to, you could certainly put a little dot of glue here and on the bottom and then glue the button to it. It's totally up to you. It depends, how bad it's going to get beat up. So let me close my pins before I knock those all over. And then let me bring you back up to my face and I'll show you these all again. And let me see if I have any comments. Wow, you guys are already commenting. So, hi everyone. Hi Kristen, hi Sue, hi Sharon, hi Brenda, hi Maria. Maria, I hope you are doing this with me. Hi Rebecca, hi Cheryl, hi Sharon, hi Patty, hi Corina, there's Maria. Hi Deb, hi Lorraine, Sharon. I have about 500 styrofoam balls and eggs. Yeah, postage is a killer. You're right. Now, I don't know. I imagine you could do it with a round ball, but I don't know. I guess you would have to really cinch it up there and you would probably, you would need more squares of fabric, I would imagine. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Marlis, my friend from Iowa. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Maria. I asked about Aurora Snowflake Monday, but I can't find email if you sent it. Dawn sent it. I'll have her send it again. Hi, Janet. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Kim. Oh, thanks, Kim. Hi, Jeannie. Miss you. Hi, Carol. Oh, thanks, Kristen. Hi, April. Hi, Andrea. So, let me show you here again. And it's actually very light and it's certainly not heavy, but it's certainly somewhat bulky. So you really couldn't put it in a little flat envelope. I guess you could put it if you had a bigger padded envelope. But like I said, I don't know. I just thought they were super cute and so easy. Again, I don't know about you, but I have tons of extra fabric. So I just went digging and found it. And like I said, this is that fabric. And I don't know if Hobby Lobby still carries this fabric because I got this years ago. But I liked that they had the flower, the stripe, and the dot. And it was all in the same colors. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then, so you can tell what tote bags I made by what eggs I have. So this was another one. It was really blue. And then it was this blue with a silver thread. And then this white with the flower. So that's another one. And so there's your button and then it will hang. So again, this is a 3-inch egg. These are 2-inch squares that you fold this way and this way to make a triangle. And then I use 3/4 inch pins. Again, I just got these on Amazon. I'm sure you could get them at Joann's, but it's easier for me to do it on the computer and then I don't have to go out. And then again, you can use any button. I just like these buttons because they were free. I already had them and they were big so that this would stand up. But if you don't want, if you're going to use this to hang, you can, you don't need to put the button on there. And then of course you could diamond dot. You could put even like one dot on all these points. That would make this thing super sparkly. If you want it to be a pine cone, you don't have to do the bottom or the top. You could just finish it because that piece of fabric is still there. That if you pull back that ribbon, you still have the white part covered, so you don't have to make it a pineapple. And then if you want to put diamonds on these, Gem Tack is the adhesive we use for fabric. We have the little white bottle, which is for your canvases. If you get a canvas that doesn't have sticky in one part. And then the Gem Tack is for fabric. And then the B7000, which is the knockoff of E6000. That's if you want to put diamonds on like wood or plastic or things that aren't fabric. So that's what that's for. So I hope you like my tutorial of my pineapple. It could be a pine cone, it could be a pineapple, it could be an egg. Like I said, I haven't tried it with a round styrofoam, which I would think would be much easier to find. I couldn't find the eggs anywhere. So finally I'm just like, you know what? It's on Amazon. So that's where I got mine. And I think I got like a 12 pack for, I don't know, maybe $8 or $9. So it was $1. It cost me $1 to make this because I already had the fabric. And then this egg is actually fabric years ago. And again, I don't know why. Stampin' Up! Decided to get like fabric that matched their paper. So this was one that was, again, it's the 3 colors. So it was the blue and then the stripy and then the little dotty. And so I have, of course, that fabric. And so I made this egg out of that one. And of course, I had tons of ribbon as well. So you can make it hang, you can make it stand, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger. I only worked with the egg shape. I didn't work with a round one. So I would imagine you would do it the same. It just maybe you would need like 6 triangles to get around. I'm not sure. You would have to experiment. But again, the nice thing about this is that it's pins. So if you make a boo-boo, just unpin it. It's not glued. It's not together. Well, until you glue the button on. But make sure there's no boo-boos before you glue it. So, oh, thanks, Sue. I'm glad you think it's cute. Hi, Jeannie. No, you're the cutie, Jeannie. Oh, let me see who else is on here. Thanks, Kristen. We miss you, Jeannie. Oh, thanks, Maria. You guys see I have my fancy pink Christmas trees. We use a lot of velvet type ribbon. Oh yeah, that would be pretty. And again, I just used this ribbon that I had because I had it. But yeah, you could get if you wanted to do like, say a black and orange one for Halloween, you could put like a fun printed Halloween ribbon on there. You can do anything. So, oh, thanks, Carol. Go ahead and try it. Like I said, I ironed all of my little triangles because that's the way I am. I can't imagine folding it, trying to get it on, holding it to get the pin in. I couldn't imagine. I thought, you know what? I'm going to make things easier. And to me, if you put in a little prep work, then it goes smoother. So I'm going to go take this apart and put 2 more squares on, 2 more little triangles on there. And then I will spin the wheel. I use ribbon to make pine cones. I'm sure that, yeah, I see a lot of like pine cone ornament kind of things, but I'm not really into pine cones. And so that's why I say I made this one look like a pineapple, sort of. I tried to make it look like a pineapple. You can use as many colors of fabric as you want. You can make it all one color. And like I said, you can diamond dot it, whatever floats your boat, you can do. There's much like diamond dotting, there's no rules in this. So I hope you enjoyed it. When I'm going to fix this one and then I'm going to spin the wheel and then I'll let you know who is going to win my cute little egg. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can shoot us an email at diamonddottingdivas@yahoo.com. Like I said, all the stuff from Monday is on the website along with a bunch of new cactuses. that we got in, and I'm going to put this video in the how-to group on Facebook, so you can watch it. If I went too fast or you like missed a part, you can rewatch it, stop it, rewatch it. But it's simply just pinning all the triangles and then, moving down the row as you go. And when you're done, I'll show you on this one because to me it's easier. Your point should be in a row. Each row should have a row of points. So see how it's like a row in a row. So each row should like line up, or so I thought. So thanks for watching. Again, any questions, let us know. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, I see some blue sky. Whoop, whoop. I'll see you guys next week for What's Up Wednesday. We are not doing a Monday Night Live next Monday because it is Christmas Day. So we are going to do something. I don't know if we're taking the Christmas light tour or whatever, but we'll certainly keep you posted. So in case I don't get on, I hope you all have a great Merry Christmas. I'll see you before the Happy New Year though. But Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Bye.